Thanks to those joining me live and to those that will be joining me on archive. Hit the like button. Go ahead and hit that like button. Um, hit the notifications button so you get notification when DStyleBoxing comes on live. The chat is open. I'll be getting it on screen momentarily. Also, if you're listening on archive, leave a comment and tell me what you think. Right? A couple things that caught my attention today. Right? It was a busy day, but a couple things caught my attention. Let me first bring up this video here so I can go ahead and get the chat up. Well, of course, I have to do this a little faster in the future, but what are you going to do? There we go. All right, guys. There we go. All right. So I see somebody smash the like button. Who's ever listening? Thank you very much. All right. And let's get this chat up here. There we go. I don't know if I want it. Oh, I think I got this letter a little too big. Hold on. Now, first of all, first order of business. All right. As you guys know, okay, or I would imagine anyway, but as you guys know, Conor McGregor has called out, all right, Floyd Mayweather Jr. again. If you want to call it a call out, but he's basically saying he already has a feel of him. He already knows he could beat him. If he has one more shot, he'll beat Floyd Mayweather. Like, I made him change the way he fought. I dominated until, he had to do all these adjustments and I finally beat him. The guy doesn't even understand that there was a very simple game plan. A very simple game plan of just him taking his time, letting him exert his energy and then push on the gas pedal whenever he wanted to. He doesn't understand that for whatever reason, right? Now maybe he does, but maybe he wants that rematch. When maybe he wants that get back. But a lot of Conor McGregor fans are behind this train. They'll like to see that rematch. They know they got nothing to lose again, and who knows whether they believe it or they don't. Who freaking knows? I don't think Conor McGregor stands a shot. He stands even less of a chance now than he did in the first fight. Right, the only thing that gave him some type of advantage, if any, was the element of surprise in the first fight. It may have, given Mayweather problems for a round or two, and that's about it. And that's gone now. Like the dude he's got you down, bruh. It's over, and you're the only dude that he's stopped legitimately, in who knows how many years. I mean, and he's the oldest he's ever been. It's not a good look. All right, so Conor McGregor wants that rematch. I don't think that rematch is going to happen. Okay, good luck with that. All right, like seriously, I don't think that's going to happen at all. I don't see it happen. All right, but let me see if I could pull up some of the quotes here really quick. Well, nothing outside of his social media, nothing out of that. But I think it's fair to say that most people want to see Conor McGregor back in the octagon, maybe back with an Diaz or the winner of Lee Ferguson. I think that's I think it's pretty fair to say. I don't think another Mayweather fight is on top of everybody's list. Now, would the rematch sell? I think it would, but nowhere near as much as this first fight sold. It's not going to do 4.4 million buys. The reason the fight sold so much the first time was because there was a lot of people who legitimately thought Conor McGregor was going to destroy and knock out Floyd Mayweather. Okay, that's one of the reasons the fight sold the way it did. That's not going to happen this time. Like, a lot of people now know that that's not true. In fact, they know that he got stopped, and I think it sells maybe half of what it sold the first time. To be honest with you, it still does over 2 million, which is very good, but that's about it. And is that enough to get Mayweather out of retirement? I don't think so. But I think the fight does maybe half of what it did the last time, right? I don't think there's not much interest in this fight. And if there's a rematch, all the criticisms of the fight are still there. A lot of the people who were delusional and thought Conor could win obviously know that's not the truth anymore. The people that thought that Conor had the touch of death now know that's not true. I mean, a lot of things were exposed in this fight. Nothing was really solidified. The only way a rematch was going to sell is if Conor McGregor knocked out Floyd Mayweather. That's the only way it was going to sell. The only way a rematch was going to sell is if he knocked out Floyd Mayweather or somehow beat the shit out of Mayweather. That's about it. We all know that wasn't going to happen. Like if he would have landed a big shot in the first round and Mayweather went down there, but that was a lucky shot. And yes, a rematch would have sold. It would have probably sold more than this first fight. No doubt about it. In fact, a lot of people suspected, hey, if McGregor wins, it's because a lot of people didn't see it coming. A lot of people didn't expect in any way, shape, or form for Conor McGregor to win. So, yes, a lot of people were saying if he wins, then Mayweather threw the fight. And, well, we know – well, I mean, we already know what happened, but I think aside from some fluke knockout in the first fight, it was not going to sell the second time around, and everybody knows that, right? I see some people coming on now. The chat is open. Tell me what you think. Hit the like button. What do you think of Conor McGregor wanting to come back, wanting another shot at Mayweather? Now, in the same breath, he says, but I don't want to, he's retired. It's a dangerous game. I don't want him. I'm happy for him. But if he came out of retirement, I'd beat his ass. I already got a feel for the guy. I already understand. I already know what to do. I got to figure it out. Did it look to you, if you watch the 10th round, does it look to you like he got to figure it out? Like if you saw the 9th round, did it look to you like Conor McGregor had the whole thing figured out? Yeah, bro. Like really, like you're ready. Sure. Right? Now, Ruben Santana and Robert Conner got robbed. Is that Skip Bayless on my chat masquerading as Ruben Santana? DCB, what's up, bro? And Mac KG12, Conor and everyone needs to move on. I agree. We need to move the hell on. Nobody wants to see this fight anymore. DCB says best case scenario for the fight already happened. Now, that was the best case scenario. So I kind of agree. That was the best case scenario. Conor McGregor needs to move on. He needs to go to the UFC. I think like he knows he's going to have his handful with some of these fighters. I don't know if he's even going to fight this year, to be honest with you. Now, he's already calling now, like Conor McGregor, who, by the way, was saying that he can go to boxing and show everybody what's what, and I could go to boxing and I'll bounce heads off the canvas. He said he could beat any 154-pounder and 160-pounder in the world. And he was making all these claims, right? Obviously, he got knocked out by a dude who started his career at 130 pounds. Or he got stopped, I should say. Mayweather's not known as a knockout artist and stopped Conor McGregor pretty convincingly. Could have done it earlier, to be honest with you. But either way, now he's saying, oh, these boxing guys got to come to my game. Like, he's still calling out Mayweather. He's still saying he wants another shot at Mayweather. But Paulie Malignaggi, he should come to the UFC, right? I want to see the boxers come to my game, he said, right? Like it's I don't know about that. I don't know about this whole the boxers should come to my game. And, Conor, there's a lot of qualified UFC fighters that you could fight, right? You see, you're not like in Mayweather was a 40-year-old man past his prime. So why not all of us give him all the passes? I would have rather have seen Mayweather give a young lion, a Spence, Keith Thurman. I mean, just you could. I mean, pick it. Anybody at 147 in the top 10. I would rather have him giving one of those guys a shot. Okay. I would rather have seen a Canelo rematch. Hell, fight with Gennady Golovkin. I think Mayweather would have retired as middleweight champion. Right. But that aside, but he was a 40-year-old retired man. You're in your prime, dude. Like, you need to be fighting, okay, the top contenders in your sport. Is what you need to be doing, right? Like, it's cool or rad. You came to boxing, and gave it a shot, and you failed. And then once you failed, and I forgot to do this. Let me let me get this thing up real quick, guys. Hold on. There we go. All right. All right, let me know if you guys can see that. All right, so yeah. All right. Man in Water, Connor is DJ Pooh from Friday. All right. I haven't seen Friday in years. If you may want to elaborate. DCB, UFC is becoming a lot like boxing now. He follows up. Connor's getting very selective. They are shitting on boring fights and they're foregoing the ranking system. You know what? It is becoming more and more like boxing indeed. It's not there yet. It's not to that level just yet, but it's getting there. All right. It's definitely getting there. You know, and it's inevitable. I mean, if talking about the inevitable, it's only for so long that fighters in the UFC who are popular and sell on pay-per-view can watch boxing or hear, because they hear the news just like we do, right? It's only for so long, and Randy Couture actually talked about this in an interview where, you know, him and Chuck Liddell were doing like 400,000 buys and stuff like that, right? Which at that time, that was very good numbers for the UFC. Hell, 400,000 is still pretty good numbers today. But they were getting paid very little. I mean, they were still making six figures. And he talked about how he saw fighters doing similar pay-per-view numbers. They were getting paid millions in boxing. Getting $1 million paydays or even more, and with pay-per-view cut and all that. And he said he didn't understand the Muhammad Ali Act at the time, but he understands it now. So of course fighters are going to look at that and say, man, over there in boxing, man, when you make it, you know, you make it. You know, it's you get a piece of the pie. Like, you're not just stuck with whatever contract, you know, slave contract you got. So yeah, it was just inevitable. I actually talked about this a couple years ago, and everybody was just like, no, you know, UFC, our fighters are real warriors. You know, they fight for the pride. They don't fight for money like boxers do. Like, you know, which is always the most retarded thing I've heard. Okay, everybody wants to get paid for what they do, and they want to get paid their due. You know, if you're involved in an event that makes a lot of money, and you're one of the main reasons, if not the reason, it made money, of course you want your cut of that. Okay, like, it's just not, oh, I did it for the pride. Let everybody make money. Let the UFC owners make all the money while I lose my brain cells. It's, you know, it's dumb. All right, Ruben Santana. How about defending that belt? I assume referring to Conor McGregor. I definitely agree. Conor McGregor needs to defend his belt. All right. Conor McGregor's not made one title defense in the UFC. Not one. Not one. That's crazy. He's never had a title defense. That is insane. All right. A lot of guys win the title, right? How many guys win it and then defend it? Okay, Mac AG12, don't get me wrong, he helped sell that fight, but he needs to focus on MMA. If a boxer wants to fight McGregor, he needs to fight him under MMA rules. Well, here's my thing. So overall, I agree, right? A lot of these dudes calling out Conor McGregor, you know, but you know they're ducking a lot of legitimate boxers. Yeah, let's get off that high horse. But I should say high horse, but let's get off that money grab, I should say. Like Horn called him out, and whatever, dude. Like fight one of the other champions at 147, right? But and if you want to fight Conor, go to the UFC. But at the same time, I want Conor to fight Ferguson or Lee. You know what I mean? I want him to fight maybe even Diaz. I want to see him fight in the UFC. Okay, that's against UFC contenders, guys who have earned those shots. That's what I want to see. I want to see that in both sports. I want to see the best fight the best in each sport. When one guy transitions to the other sport, he's not one of the best when he transitions. All right. As for Paulie Malignaggi, a lot of people know how I feel about him. Paulie Malignaggi, man. Okay. He still hasn't stopped talking about Conor, right? Bring your balls, he said. Okay, come on, he's got to bring his balls. If I got in the ring with him, I knock him out. But he does raise a very good point, Paulie. And the point is this, right? Out of all the boxers, the one fight that I do say should be a boxing fight is the Paulie Malignaggi fight, and that's because of the way they used Paulie to promote the Mayweather fight, right? Now, one thing I did say before the fight, and I'm going to say it now, where's the footage? Where is the unedited 12 rounds of that Paulie Malignaggi Conor McGregor sparring session? Where is it? They've had how long? How long to release that shit? They said we couldn't. They couldn't do it during the promotion because they don't want Mayweather to see the footage. Okay, fair enough, right? But what about now? Where is it now? Right? So I'm just saying. Okay, obviously Paulie's an old, washed up. He's now a commentator, but he's an old, washed up fighter. Just he got knocked out by Eggington, who I'm not very high on, to be honest. He's okay, but I mean, if you get knocked out by Eggington, you should retire. With a body shot, by the way. But can he beat Conor McGregor? I don't know. Can Conor McGregor beat him? I actually don't know. I know Conor would smash him in the UFC, okay? But I don't know what would happen in a boxing match, given the fact that, one, Paulie's not a very big puncher. He's going to have to land a lot of punches on Conor to stop him. He ain't going to stop him with one punch, And I know he's not as good as Mayweather. And I know Conor at this point will have the experience of the Mayweather fight. And he's younger and he's stronger. And he's also bigger than Paulie, right? I would imagine the fight would happen at 154 pounds. A weight I don't believe. Yeah, Paulie never fought at that weight. Okay. And, he'll be outweighed by a lot. So it would make it interesting. I'm telling you, that fight will sell. And I said, when this fight was being promoted, I told everybody, don't be shocked if Paulie Malignaggi versus Conor McGregor happens next. Don't be shocked if it happens next. I'm not saying I want to see it. I'm saying it might happen. And Conor can make a lot of money out of that fight. Speaking of Conor, he's already accusing Nate Diaz of, quote unquote, outpricing himself of the third fight. I think Nate asked for $20 million. I don't see why they can't negotiate all that. Okay, I don't see what other fight Conor has in the UFC that would sell that amount. I don't know what fight there is. All right. I think I just don't think Conor is in a hurry to fight Nate Diaz, to be honest with you. All right. The only problem for Nate is that I do believe if he gets in the ring, in the cage with some of these top 155 pounders, he's going to lose. Okay. He just so happens to be a bad matchup for Conor. But I think a lot of dudes will beat him a lot easier than Conor can. All right, Mac, KG12, those would definitely be better fights. I agree. Well, there you go. We're all in agreement. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know. The DCB, where does Conor go from here, though? Where does Conor go from here? I don't know where Conor goes from here. Number one, I don't know if they don't announce it soon. I don't even know he's going to fight again this year. Okay, I don't know. All right. I think he took more punishment than he's letting on in that Mayweather fight. But he can fight this year, but I don't know if he will. I think we'll see him in 2018 is my best guess. And I'm guessing that he does fight Nate Diaz. I think that third fight does happen. Or he fights the winner of Lee Ferguson, but that's the winner of that fight, in my opinion, is a much tougher fight for Conor. All right, that's what I think. The other thing is, I do believe that Conor mentioned possibly fighting the winner of that fight to maybe get Nate Diaz and his management to bring down the amount of money they're requesting for their fight. It could be a negotiation tactic, which again, it's turning a lot like boxing. Okay, a lot like boxing, and a lot of these fighters, man, they're now seeing like, hey, this, he jumped over there, and he's, he made a lot of money over there, and now he's gonna try to bring that same type of business tactics over here. Hey, most importantly, by the way, I don't know what the update on this is, but I had read somewhere that Conor McGregor was going to go talk. I believe it was in New York, or one of these athletic committees. I believe it was New York. And if anybody knows the exact information on that, you can post it in the chat. But I believe Conor McGregor was going to go talk to the commissions regarding fighters, rights, and how about how the Muhammad Ali Act should apply, to MMA fighters as well, not just boxers. That is a very anti UFC message. That's the type of talk and message that started the bad blood that Dana White and Randy Couture have with one another, right? That's why Dana White, has been calling Randy Couture a piece of shit for years. All right, so is he going to be calling Conor McGregor a piece of shit? I doubt it. That's their moneymaker, especially with John Jones out right now, and with Ronda Rousey getting knocked out twice in a row. I think he's the one guy they got. Right, so there you go. But it's not going to be a good look for the UFC at all. If the Muhammad Ali Act goes through or applies to MMA fighters, that is the death of the UFC. The UFC is done. The UFC cannot function. Right? Notice how in boxing there's no you can't be the promoter and the sanctioning body all at the same time. You can't do that. Like the UFC is a promoter, and they're fighting for the UFC title. The WBC can't promote. They're not the promoter, right? Top Rank, Golden Boy, Lou DiBella, Eddie Hearn, they're the promoter. Also in MMA, a lot of smaller organizations, these guys are both promoter and manager. You can't do that in boxing. Now, a lot of people bring up Al Heyman, but technically speaking, Al Heyman is not a manager. Well, we all kind of know he is, but he's not. Okay? He's found a good loophole in the system. MMA and the UFC, they're going to have to find loopholes within the system, obviously, right? But it's not going to allow them to monopolize the way they're monopolizing right now. It's just it ain't going to happen. Man in water, Conor should stop cherry picking, and Nate should work his way up. So the argument is Nate Diaz should fight a top, maybe a top 10, top 5 guy in the 155-pound division. There's just a risk with that, and the risk is that somebody beats the shit out of Nate Diaz, and then there's really no need for a big money fight. And the UFC is a promoter at the end of the day. I mean, I agree with you, but that's not their thinking right now. Matt KG12, how true do you think he was brain damaged? He wasn't hospitalized, was he? I don't think, a lot of people are they're going by what a doctor said, right? So, first of all, if you were at your workplace or something, right? Let's just say you were at your workplace. It's just that with combat sports that become so normalized in our culture that we don't realize the punishment these guys are taking. Okay, but let's say you're at your workplace and it's a construction site, Okay. And somebody accidentally gets hit in the face with something, whatever, you name it. And he stumbles, okay, back, and he's not all there. That person's going to go to the hospital, right? And they're going to check him out. And works comp is going to take, it's going to take care of him. But in boxing, when that happens, it's just the punch, he got staggered with a good shot. It's normalized. The same in MMA, it's just the way it is. Now, Conor McGregor was hit. I don't have the numbers anymore, but I counted about 40 clean punches. And those are just the clean ones. There's other punches that grazed them was still damage, right? And some that, they were, it's not clear. But those about 40 clean shots from, the 9th round and whatever they fought in the 10th round. I think it was like halfway through the round. He got clean 40 times in the face, right? Now, do I think he has permanent brain damage and all that? Well, there's no way to know. I don't. If I had to guess, no, I don't think he does, right? But should he have been checked? Absolutely. So I don't know if he went to the hospital or not, but he should have gone to the hospital. There's no reason he shouldn't have gone to the hospital, right? There's just no reason. I'm pretty sure Conor, was in pain the following days. I'm pretty sure he was. He's not going to go out there and be like, oh, yeah, guys, I'm so sore and I'm this and I'm that. But a photo came out about a week after the fight, or a little over a week, and Conor had like this, I guess you call it a black eye, but this black like streak across these, starting from the bridge of the nose all the way across his cheek. And, that's damage right there. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's damage. First of all, I don't remember any Floyd opponent looking like that in a long time, looking like that after a Mayweather fight. I just don't. But so he definitely landed damage on him. But I will say this, and this is just the point I'm trying to make. When Conor says he was just tired and it was fatigue, he's full of shit, right? He wasn't fatigued, or I'm not saying he wasn't tired. I'm not saying he wasn't fatigued, but you don't stumble like that after a punch, after a barrage of punches due to fatigue, okay? And I believe it was a very good stoppage. The fight, 2-3 more punches, he was going to go down, and he could have. He was going to lose anyway. He was going to get knocked out anyway. But what the ref saved him from, not only did he save him from the inevitable, just the possibility that there could have been brain damage. It just takes, especially if you're exhausted, when you have less oxygen in the brain, okay, and you're getting punched in the head, that's when injuries are most susceptible to happen, right? Now, will Conor have damage moving forward, from that Mayweather fight? I know Mayweather's not known to be a big puncher and this, that, and the third, but it is possible that he could have some issues down the line. It is possible. Okay, I'm not saying it's probable. I'm not saying it will, but the amount of punches he sustained in a 3-minute span is unbelievable. Okay, meaning, and when I say that, I don't mean it like, oh, what a feat. I'm saying, I can't believe he got hit that many times. Holy shit. Okay, that's crazy. All right, let's see here. Man in water. The Fertitas got out at the perfect time. You think so? Well, I mean, they sold it for what, $4 billion? I mean, holy shit. They bought it for a couple million. They were in the hole for a little bit, and then they made a lot of money out of it and sold it. And the new management is trying to make up for that money, and they're making a lot of stupid mistakes, in my opinion. They're thinking real short term, not very long term. It seems to me like this current UFC ownership doesn't have a long term vision. They're just looking to see what's the biggest fight we can make right now, and let's just get it done. You know, and McGregor, get him in the ring with Mayweather. We'll get a cut. We'll get a cut out of that. You know, it's just they're thinking very short term. Ruben Santana defend the belt. Fuck Nate Diaz. Enough of this quote unquote money fight. Bullshit. I agree he should defend the title, but you know it's just like DCV said, it's becoming a lot like boxing, and this is a sign of it. It's an early sign. Matt KG12, Heyman is an advisor. Well, yes, he is. He's a quote-unquote advisor. All right, well put. Ruben Santana, so what's the point of the interim belt? I have no idea. They could have just made it for the #1 contendership. All right? But, I mean, being a #1 contender in the UFC doesn't mean anything. They don't have to give you the title shot if they don't want. You know, if the UFC does not give a guy a title shot, there's nothing he can do. I don't think he could sue them. I don't think he could do anything to make sure that he gets the fight. There's really nothing. They don't have any rights. You know, like they just don't. All right, somebody says I'd pay serious money to see Paulie versus Conor McGregor in the octagon. Why is that? Please elaborate. Why did you want to see that? Do you hate Paulie's guts? Like, what is it? What is it about Paulie you don't like? A lot of people don't like Paulie. Anyways, I don't know who's seen this or not. I actually saw this from a tweet. So yes, I'm getting my information from a tweet, but nonetheless, I saw Al Bernstein tweet out the following. So, at Bronze Bomber has offered to fight Ortiz anyway on November 4th, despite drug testing issue, entering to see how it plays out. Bronze Bomber, of course, as you all know, that's the Bronze Bomber is Deontay Wilder. Okay, there you go. That fight. If I don't see why Al Bernstein will be lying, right? And if anybody wants to confirm it, go ahead. But it looks like the fight's still happening, all right? And guess what? So yesterday and the night before, I kept hearing, right? I kept hearing all this. Wilder, he's behind this, and you know he made him pop dirty because he doesn't want to fight him, like all this shit, right? He's trying to avoid Ortiz, and he's being a pussy because he won't fight a guy with blood pressure problems, and he's just taking it for his blood pressure, like he's sick, he's an old man, So of course after Wilder beats him, he's not gonna get any credit. We all know that, okay? But But now, all of a sudden, it's like it's like he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't, right? Now it's, so now he's okay with fighting a cheat. But when he didn't want to fight Povetkin, it's just like, get the fuck out of here, man. And then now they're making it into it's a conspiracy against Russians because he was willing to fight Ortiz, but he's not willing to fight, but he wasn't willing to fight Povetkin. He was scared of Povetkin. That's proof, right? Well, the circumstances are different. This will be his third straight fight. Okay. Well, not third straight fight, but high profile fight. Like we can't count the Areola fight and all that, but you know what I mean. So this will be the third straight opponent now. Getting popped. Well, what do you want the guy to do? Like not fight anybody? Like if he doesn't fight him, you're gonna say he's a bitch and a pussy, and he's just ducking the guy. And if he does fight him, you still find something negative. You still find a reason to shit on the guy. All right. Now he's gonna fight a guy on medication. Like what a bully. Like I said, make the damn fight. Okay. I seen Ortiz, and I don't look. I know. Okay. He's going to take him to Cuban school. Look, I'm a fan of Rigondeaux. I even like Erislan De Lara. I know a lot of people out there don't like him, but I do. Okay, I was a fan of Solis. Okay, back in the day, I was a big fan of Casamayor. Okay, I enjoy watching a lot of Cubans fight. Okay, but I'm not impressed with Ortiz. All right, I'm not saying he's not good, but he's not who people say he is. Okay, Ortiz is not that dude. All right, he's not. He's not even as good as Solis was. Okay, I just keep hearing this. Oh, you don't understand. Oh, this guy and his boxing pedigree and what he could do in the ring, and look at what it did to Jennings. And if okay, that's all fine. I've seen those fights too. All right, but I'm just not overly impressed with Ortiz. Okay, I don't watch him and say, "Oh my God, how's anybody going to beat this guy?" Okay, I'm just not that impressed. I honestly believe Wilder stretches him. Right? Okay, I think it starches him. Okay, if it doesn't end early, Wilder still stops him like mid rounds, in my opinion. Okay, and if he doesn't stop him, the only way I see that is if Ortiz becomes excessively defensive and does nothing during the fight. Right, that's the only way I see him going the distance. So there you go. Okay, but if he tries to win, night night. Okay, that's what I think about that. So I don't know what you guys think about the fight. If anybody wants to fact check that, I mean, this is Al Bernstein tweeting this. I don't know why he would lie, but there you go. All right, I see another comment here. DCB, I'd watch Berto versus Malanaji in the octagon. I have to read that again, just to make sure I'm reading it right. That would be weird. How would that even happen? All right. Would I watch it? Sure. Like, well, why not? Yeah, I'd watch it. Like, if it was on right now, yeah, I'd turn off this video and I'd watch it. But I don't know, I'd buy it or something, but I'd watch it. Why not? I can't picture Malinaji in an octagon, to be honest with you. I just can't. It's just there's no visual there. It's I don't have the visual. Oh, McGregor. Oh, my bad. Holy shit. Okay, my bad. Okay, Berto versus McGregor in the octagon. You know what it was? I was looking at the post above that. I saw the Paulie name. But, I don't know how good Berto is at anything else. I know he grew up like in a martial arts family and all that. And I don't know how that fight would go, man. I think I would favor McGregor, obviously. I don't know what Berto can do. I will say this, because I know Berto apparently is serious about going to the UFC. Okay. Andre Berto is extremely serious about going to the UFC. Okay. Andre Berto, all right, I think he's got fast hands, very fast. If he catches some of these dudes, he's going to spark them, all right? But I don't know if he has anything else. Like, what else does he have? I don't know. Like, just to give you an example, like, which is not a good look for Berto, all right? When he fought Robert Guerrero, okay, remember when Robert Guerrero fought him, and after that win, he fought Mayweather? When Guerrero was mauling him on the inside, he didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, if he doesn't know what to do, and what is he going to do when somebody grabs him and fucking throws him or goes for a takedown? He's not going to know what the fuck to do, right? Just because he comes from a family with that background doesn't really mean, number one, even if he has trained in that he's anywhere near as good as he is at that than boxing, right? But we'll see. I do hope that he does well, right? I actually want to see boxers do well, okay, when they go to other combat sports. It's unfortunately the only times we see boxers transitioning to MMA or kickboxing is when they're already like way like washed up and past their prime, right? And then a lot of them don't properly prepare for that. Like, they come in thinking they could just use your hands and they're good. So historically, anyway, it's not the case with every fighter that's done it, but a lot of them. So I would like to see, a lot of boxers have success, in transitioning, but we'll see how Berto does. We'll see. Peter Parker, Spider-Man's in the house. And Red Fox agrees, obviously. Ruben Santana, 15-1. Floyd is scared of rematch. Yeah, he's shaking in his boots, all right? So scared, so scared. I don't know. How would they even promote that fight? Like, how do you sell McGregor Mayweather 2 to the public? How do you sell that? Like how do you? I guess I would sit down and I would be like, if I was talking to people about promoting this fight, I would say, you know what? Let's tell everybody that Connor broke his left hand, like or something. Like I would come up with some bullshit story. Um, Connor's hands broke in the fourth round or something. Okay, and that's the only reason he got stopped or something like that, right? But I don't know. The fight can't sell. They could say Conor McGregor was drunk during the fight. Well, they could say that he was stumbling like a drunk. Okay. But man, I don't. I'm tired of these fights, these type of fights, man. I don't want to. These things should be rare. I don't want to see it again. Let me see if I could bring up some stuff here. Matt KG12, I think Berto would transition better than most, especially better than Tony. Well, one, if he comes in with the knowledge and knowing that he needs more than just boxing, that alone puts him in an advantage over Tony. Okay. And if he comes in shape, I mean, that already puts him in an advantage over Tony. So yeah. Does anyone on here believe Berto will do good? Red Fox saw where Connor's entertaining the idea of fighting Paulie in the octagon on Fight Hype. Yeah, Paulie's not going to go to the octagon, man. And if he does, he's stupid. I'll tell you that right now. Right? If he agrees to fight in the octagon, he's a fucking moron. Man. What else is going on in the boxing world? Somebody put, before I move on, where is it? You versus Sean in the octagon. I don't know, man. I think Sean would like it or something. No, thank you. I'd box him. After that. Barely need to fight some bums in MMA. The problem, what if he loses to a bum? What happens then, you know? Ortiz doctor has spoken, apparently. Has he? Well, where's that article, Red Fox? So we can look it up. Boxing scene or something? Do we know? Man, this shit is acting crazy on me, but Yo, Red Fox. Where's that article? You mind telling me? Well, look at these. There's a live QA. Just saw this article here. Trump to Puerto Rico. Don't believe the fake news. Let me tell you guys, I know people in Puerto Rico. There's nothing fake about what's going on in Puerto Rico, and there's nothing fake about the lack of help. Okay, I could tell you that right now. Um, isn't this crazy? Isn't this nuts? I mean, I can't believe what's happening to Puerto Rico, man. Shit's sad. Can I click on that or? Okay, let's bring up the article. If the article's fake news, we can all blame Red Fox. It's a thing to consideration. Insider can be opinionated at times. Well, okay, fair enough. I like the disclosure. All right, let's see. Luis Ortiz in the emergency room. What? Man, they're really. Are you serious? Let's read this shit. Let's all look at it together. Luis Ortiz in the emergency room by B.A. Cass. Luis Ortiz made a visit on Friday night to the Baptist Hospital in Miami, not as a patient, though. He was there along his management team to get documentation according to his trainer, German Caicedo. Ortiz has been previously admitted to the emergency room for high blood pressure on 2 separate occasions. Why the fuck would you go to the emergency room to get paperwork, bro? Like, we got people bleeding and getting heart attacks, and you're over here like, any paperwork? Like, you go to your doctor for that, bro. Or you just call the office, man. Like, okay, anyway. He was put into the ICU because his blood pressure was entirely too high. His blood pressure was 200 over something. His blood pressure was 200 over something. Maybe 200 over the regular amount or something. Vada shows up unannounced, quote unquote, in our scenario. He explains. We were at the track running. They called and said, we're at the gym. We raced over there. Luis Speed. Then we were asked to fill out the paperwork. Luis Ortiz didn't fill out any of the VADA paperwork. Let's see. I'm not saying he can't read and write, but education is not his strong point. So we filled it out with him. And we filled out everything. And when asked what he was taking, we put 10, 12 different things. But we were thinking fitness-wise, performance-wise. 10, 12 different things for performance-wise. Anyway, if anything, we're guilty of not filling out something properly. And VADA didn't ask because it's not their job to help fighters pass. It's their job to just make sure the test is done accurately. That's all. Of course, you're not going to help you rate the system, bruh. We're not stupid people over here. All right. Responding to the suggestion that Ortiz may have been cheating the system. We knew we were being watched like we're under a microscope. If we were going to cheat, we would have put the blood pressure medication that we knew we were taking as a diuretic to mask. Oh, no, you wouldn't, right? Wouldn't the first thing we do is put it on the form? Right. Hey, you're asking the questions, not me. I see where Red Fox says this could be very opinionated. Cicero makes a very good point. Why would Ortiz and his team risk shocking Vada and the WBC. It would have cost much less of a scandal if they had simply reported it. Or maybe you thought it was masked very well and you were never going to have to report anything. If it turns out to be true that Ortiz doctors prescribed him this life-saving medication and that he had to visit the ER twice because of high blood pressure, then he shouldn't be boxing. No, actually, no, that's not what he put. Then it's going to come down to the battle in the WBC versus the American Medical Association. All right, this dude doesn't know what he's talking about. But anyway, I assume if that is that a fight those organizations really want to have? Okay. If a licensed medical doctor prescribed a certain medicine to Ortiz, who are they to say it's not right? Yeah, let's say that's true, right? Let's say it's true that the doctor gave Ortiz this medication. It's not the doctor's responsibility, okay, to tell Ortiz, oh, you have a fight coming. Let's look at everything in this drug that you need for your life, to save your life, and let's see if there's nothing on there that will be a banned substance. Come on, bro. This is stupid. This is retarded, right? If it turns out to be true, I already read that part. Is that a fight this organization will want to have? If a licensed medical doctor prescribed a certain medicine to Ortiz, who are they to say it's not right? And if the WBC calls off the Ortiz-Wilder fight, then they must strip Luis Neri of his bantamweight title. After all, the 180-pounder tested positive for Zypetrol. Is that how you pronounce it? Before his August fight with Yamanaka. Does the WBC think it's okay for fighters to inject substances used to increase the size of cattle, yet think it's wrong for fighters to use medication prescribed for a high blood medication? Strawman alert! Strawman alert! All right. There can be a different status for different fighters. That wouldn't be right. Okay. What does Deontay Wilder have to lose taking this fight, he says. If Wilder wins handily, he can claim it was an easy fight because Ortiz is a bum. If he struggles and still scores a victory, he can claim it was only hard because Ortiz has been doping. And if Wilder loses, well, he can again say it's because Ortiz has been doping. There's no way Wilder can't spin the result of the fight into a victory, even though he's fighting a dude that went to the ER twice for high blood pressure. Sure, I'm sure nobody will say he beat a bum, right, that was taking a lot of blood pressure medicine. Wilder keeps saying that he's the most feared man in boxing, but he found a way out of fighting Dillian White. Again, that's not true. Okay? What the fuck? This is a fucking editorial, man. This is stupid. And let's be honest, Chris Arreola and Smilka and Baltimore and Bermain Stavern and Gerald Washington, these are hardly Hall of Fame contenders. Hall of Fame contenders? Dillian White isn't a Hall of Fame contender either. Are you shitting me? Neither is Ortiz. What? The fuck out of here. No fighter in the heavyweight division is a Hall of Fame contender yet. You could argue there's a path there for maybe a few of them, but what a stupid article. Anyway, Wilder already said he walked away from the fight. That is in no way, shape, or form someone who wants to fight. Come on, man. If Wilder tested positive for everything in the book, Ortiz would still fight him. He wouldn't think twice. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. All right. Anyway, With the Punch is his Twitter handle for those that are interested in maybe messaging the guy if he wants. Okay. Somebody came in and said hello. Hi. All right. While the info is being looked up, let's talk about Shabransky. Shabransky will be fighting the Destroyer and fellow Murderous Row member. Okay. Shabablav. They'll be fighting. Red Fox says, good question. They're still looking into Neri. It's been over a month. They're not looking into White at all. Well, this guy didn't say anything about that. I mean, he was talking about how he's ducking White. Man, actually, Wilder asked the WBC that he still wants to fight Ortiz. Exactly, he did. And that's actually one of the first things I mentioned earlier. He wants to fight Ortiz. Okay, he wants that fight. Okay, and he's still getting criticized because the fight's not happening. I mean, there's still going to be a fan base that's going to find a way to spin it, right? And call him a hypocrite and call him all types of names and whatever. Ruben Santana, long as Ortiz been fighting all of a sudden, now he came up hot right now or right before the big major fight. That makes no sense. Yeah. By the way, this is the second time now that he's been caught. Right? He has a history of this. There's no way you can go to the ER, get prescribed medication, okay, and it doesn't even occur to you, oh, maybe we should tell them that we're taking medication. Hard work medication. Red Fox says, no, I meant Team Wilder. Oh, okay, all right, fair enough. Wilder aren't looking at White at all. Well, it looks like they're going to be fighting Ortiz. So there you go. I will say that the claim that he was offered triple the amount to fight White over Ortiz is not true. Okay. It's in the hands of the WBC. We'll see what the WBC decides. Okay. A lot of dudes popping. A lot of dudes popping dirty. A lot of dudes popping dirty. A lot of dudes riding dirty, and Nevada's showing up. Okay. Because they're seeing him roll and Vada's hating, but anyway. Very good point by Matt KG12. If you have high blood pressure, would you be cleared by a doctor during the physical for a fight? I don't think so. No. I don't I don't think you would. In fact, if he would have told his physician, "Hey doc, I know I come to the emergency room twice for high blood pressure. I'm going to have a prize fight. You think I should do it?" The survey says the doctor would probably say, I don't recommend that. Fox talking to Ruben Santana, exactly. In his last two fights, he got popped for nothing. And the drug he was caught for in 2014 was Nandrolone. I think that one has to be injected, and it's an anabolic steroid. So no dispute for that one. Fair enough. Man, even if Wilder turned down some major money for White, fighting Ortiz is better in my opinion. All right, well. It still doesn't take away the fact that he didn't really turn down the amount of money they're claiming, $3 million or whatever. I haven't seen any real evidence of that. That's Hearn saying that after the fact. But is Ortiz a better fight? Sure, but I'm being honest, guys. I'm not that impressed with Ortiz. Maybe you guys are seeing something that I'm not seeing, but I'm just not that impressed. Red Fox says, hopefully WBC gives it a go. Me too. Let's give it a go. Right? Give it a go. Let's get the fight done. We need to see the fight. In my opinion, I want to see the fight. So I don't, let's see. Well, I don't see any other stuff here, so. McGregor wanted Malinaji to fight him in the UFC. Look at that. Meanwhile, Mayweather was at pool parties and strip clubs until 5 a.m. days before the McGregor fight. Wow. Give Ortiz a fine. I think he should pay, you know, 50,000, maybe 100,000 to Wilder, and let's get the fight going. All right. Another link by Fox. Was that after the first link you posted, or boxing news and views? Okay, this is the one from the doctor. Let's see. Let's check it out. Well, look at that old man. Look at his old fart. You trust this guy? Dr. Luis Ortiz explains what drug he gave him before VADA tests. Dr. Luis Ortiz speaks on camera about how he feels it is an injustice that heavyweight Luis Ortiz tested positive by VADA. Why is it an injustice? All he had to do was tell VADA that it was taking the damn drug. I mean, you get an exemption, doc, right? The ongoing scandal surrounding Luis Ortiz is the talk of boxing at the moment after WBC president recently said he was confirmed to by VADA that the heavyweight title challenger has tested positive for a banned substance ahead of his WBC heavyweight title fight against Deontay Wilder. It is not clear the fight will go ahead or not at this stage, with a lot of doubt surrounding the bout at the moment. Team Ortiz have passionately defended their fighter regarding the test, however. They have stated that the substance that caused the test result was taken as blood pressure medication by a 38-year-old Cuban boxer. Now he's 38. I've heard 36, I've heard 49, I've heard 42, and now it's 38. How old is this guy? Furthermore, they have released 2 videos of the doctor of Luis Ortiz in the U.S. explaining the situation and giving his side on the matter. That's the doctor right there. Look at that old man. All right. Okay, this also followed this post with this video where the doctor says he feels it is a quote-unquote injustice. And look, he has the bottle there. Look at that dude. Look at that old motherfucker. Okay, expect a lot of back and forth in this story over the coming days as even organizers, both fighters' camps, and the World Boxing Council scramble to see if the fight can still be salvaged or if not. Who will step in to take Ortiz's place in November against champion Deontay Wilder? Fuck the IBO. Okay? But he said it's an injustice. But what else did he say? He didn't say anything. This article isn't quoted. He just said it's an injustice. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not impressed by this doctor, right? DStyle wasn't impressed by the doctor, man. I'm just not impressed. There's other links to the next one on his Instagram about the doctor. 3 vids with the doc on his Instagram. Click on it. All right. I kind of already know what's funny? I already know what the doctor's going to say, right? Luis Ortiz had a lot of blood pressure problems. I give him a prescription and he needs his prescription and blah, 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 blah. And they should give him the exemption. The doctor is leaving out the part where Luis Ortiz did not disclose it. Okay. He's leaving that part out. And also, doctor, just curious. So if something happens to Luis Ortiz in the ring, are you willing to pay the lawsuit for malpractice or not? DCB put, they keep bringing up the prescription as if anyone is arguing that point. We get it. You got a fake prescription. The issue is, why did you not disclose the info? Because it's fake. All right, Ruben Santana. Yeah, and Joshua is just a natural muscle head. with 4 protein drinks a day. I don't know, man. What are the 12 things that Luis Ortiz is taking, man? For he's taking, like, when you have high blood pressure, by the way, you're not allowed to have like you're actually asked a lot, like by nurses and your physicians. They ask you, like, are you taking like what type of stuff are you taking? Okay, because that it's um a lot of this GNC stuff is not good for you if you have blood pressure problems. All right. I want to know what are the things that he takes, for exercise and all that. I don't know what it is, because then I want to look at the back and I want to see if who's told not to be using that shit. All right. Red Fox, the Boxing Insider one did say that it wasn't Ortiz himself that did his paperwork. Look, man. At the end of the day, that's what they're gonna say. But yeah, Boxing fan, do you think Joshua may not want to fight Wilder yet because of WBC and random drug testing that comes with it? I don't know how much of that's Joshua or his fan base, man. It's the amount of people that don't want to see that fight is unbelievable to me. But hey, if he turns down testing for a Joshua fight, that would be shady. Yes, it would. Oh shit! Look who's in the house, everybody. Look who is in the house. So he doesn't say that he's being censored and all that bullshit. Okay, look, he's right there. Here we go again with the AJ drug testing BS. Potentially every heavyweight is using something. All right. Well, we know Luis Ortiz is taking some. Hey, Sean, how's that Murder's Row working out, bro? How's it working out? Sean, if you want to explain your murderous row to me, I will send you a link right now to join this hangout. Like right now, I'll do it right now if you want to come on. I'm only going to give you 10 minutes, but you can come on and we can discuss your murderous row. What do you mean great pound for pound number one? Well, that doesn't mean anything. Like, do you want to come on, yes or no? Going once. Going twice. 2.5. Like I sound like a freaking parent. Count. You don't have to discuss your the murderous row is outdated. All right, there you go. All right. Anyway, what are the questions you guys had? What are the questions? Man, that was the biggest duck ever. I mean, you just did a video yesterday, like talking all tough, like, oh yeah, what D-style? You can't have a decent conversation, like yeah, okay. But can we? You guys got any questions? All right, Sean, calm down, Sean. Okay, Brady should have gotten a lot of points taken or DQ'd. All right. Can you elaborate, Red Fox? Let's see. Oh, Brady versus Paris. I missed that part. I'm over here distracted by the drama in the chat. All right. Look. No, I didn't. I did not see the fight. I had a lot of things going today, so and then I got home. I came on here, so too much holding, says Red Fox. I'll take a look at the fight. I'm gonna watch the fight just because you said Red Fox. Okay, I'll watch the fight after I get off of here. Oh shit, Sean. You You're barking out the wrong tree, bro. Who should Wilder fight? He's going to be fighting Ortiz. Okay, apparently. It's still a go. He still wants to fight him, so we'll see how he goes. Red Fox says, "Don't say I didn't warn you. Let's fight." No, if the fight sucks, Red Fox, I'm going to blame you. It's going to be your fault. So, just kidding. All right. Lennox Lewis to boxing fan. Oh, who's the best fighter of the 1990s? Oh shit, I missed this question. Best fighter of the 1990s? Roy Jones. Roy Jones all day, every day. Roy Jones Jr. was Roy Jones is the best fighter I've ever seen with my eyes. Okay, I'll just say that, and I honestly don't believe that's an exaggeration. A prime Roy Jones over anybody. You put the name, I would pick Roy Jones. All right, we got more drama in the chat. Sean is mad his dog doesn't want to. And Ewan's having fantasies. Oh, man. So, Sean, you don't want to talk about your murderous row live on the air? For those that don't know, it's murderous row on murderous row crime. It's going to be the best of Sean Ewan's murderous row versus the best of Thunderdon's murderous row. This is actually on the chat, playing live. All right. Anyway, you guys got any questions? All right, boxing fan, the Bernard Hopkins to beat Trinidad versus Prime Roy Jones. Roy Jones. You put the name, I say Roy Jones. You guys might catch me with some fight. You might see some fight, and I might go, but I'm pretty confident I'll say Roy Jones. X Batter says McGregor wants another payday. Mr. I just want to talk boxing, Sean Ewan. Red Fox, not sure if I want to see Brady's fight again. Well, what am I going to do, you know? Why don't you? Because a lot of holding, it was an ugly fight. I got to check out that fight. I'm going to check out that fight. Got to look it up, though. Shit. It looks like this murderous roll thing has gotten into a lot of trouble, bro. Okay, it looks like you have a pretty bad reputation by the looks of it. It looks like a lot of people don't like you. That's the vibe I'm getting. There you go. Red Fox Gonzalez might be coming back to fight Yafai. In my opinion, he should take a break, fight for once. He's just been fighting back-to-back contenders. Yeah, I agree with that. He should take a little bit of a break. Tune up or two. Hey, Sean Ewan. Serious question. Me being Mexican, what's so relevant about that? Well, why did you bring that up in your last video? Since you don't want to come on here and talk about it, I guess I'll just ask you right now. You know, unless you don't have a real answer for it or something. It's it looks like he doesn't have a real answer for that. So yeah. Um, any tournament that gets contenders together, champions together, has my approval. That's why I like the Super 6 tournament, which a lot of people apparently after the fact said was the Andre Ward show, which is not true, right? I don't see you talking about smaller weight classes, just shitting on Roma. Well, first of all, you can't see me talking about it. You would have to hear me talk about it. That's number one. But secondly, what does me being Mexican have anything to do with that? What was your point? Now, what are you trying to say? Now, what was the point of that? What was the point? I mean, usually he types pretty fast. Well, tons of great Mexican fighters down there. But what are you trying to say, Sean? First of all, I do watch the lower weight classes, but that aside, what was the point? What's your point? What does me being Mexican have to do with anything? He thinks fans should back up their tribe like MMA fans. I'm just curious, you know. It was just kind of an odd thing to say, you know, it was just a random odd thing that you mentioned. That's all. I would really like you to come on here live and, you know, so I could roast your ass, but all right. If you don't got a good answer, Sean, we're gonna have to say goodbye to Sean Yun. Okay, so and Sean Yun is not answering the question. So I'm gonna give you one more chance, Sean, to answer the question. And while I give Sean a minute to answer what me being Mexican was, why it was relevant, why he had to bring it up, I'll read Red Fox's comment here. I tried getting a pass Dragon Ball Super Episode 1 again, still no avail. For me, it all ended with the Buu Saga. I haven't watched the new Dragon Ball, so I can't really say. Right? Sean, I'm actually reading right now. I've been reading articles and I'm reading comments. I actually read two languages. I'm not sure what your point is. So you're avoiding the question. Okay. You can't be Mr. I just want to come on here and talk boxing and sing kumbaya with everybody when it's convenient. But to get views and attention from a certain audience, you know, talk a different way in your videos. Okay, it doesn't work that way. I do see. I mean, shall we play a game? Shall we go to Sean Yun's channel and look at his comments while I'm live on the air? You want to look at? You want me to read comments, Sean? Just so you don't think I just like make shit up. Okay. These are the types of shits that DStyleBoxing has to read every day, okay? And, I mean, I don't care, but these are the type of comments that I get, okay? Now, that's a comment against you, okay? Another comment against you because there was a video about you. But you see that comment right here? Gif Nilla got his bitch ass beating like a dog. You burrito eating pussy, tribe pride fanboy pussy. So you, Runello, winning the fight. So you had Runello winning the fight. Tell us how Chavez beat Whitaker again. Now, I mean, that's fine. But when he puts, this same guy puts pretty similar comments on your channel, you don't bat an eyelash, right? Sean, okay? You're missing the point. Your channel is infested. I'm not. Everybody gets that one comment or two that they don't agree with and all that. Everybody. But your channel is infested with these types of people. Infested. infested with it. You know, like anybody could have one roach in their house. You know what I mean? It could happen, right? But when you're infested with roaches, all right, that's a problem. Don't call me your bro. That's number one, right? Ask Batter, anyone think Wilder has saved from a loss twice now due to his opponent's failing drug test? This is my opinion. Obviously, Povetkin, everybody knows how Povetkin smash. That motherfucker was juicing. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. We've already gone over that. But did I think Povetkin had a good chance to beat Wilder? Yes. Ortiz, no. All right, I just don't think Ortiz can beat him. Sean, I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to move on. Okay. Your channel attracts a certain type of person. Okay. And it's infested with them in your comment section. All right. Like stop playing stupid. Well, let's see here. All right. I don't know anything about this card game that Red Fox is talking about. Sean Yun wants to see Wilder fight a new opponent and leave all the drama behind. Okay, Golden X, the old segment. I don't know what the hell X. What is Badler and Fox talking about? I'm lost. You guys got me so lost. I'm all like, what the hell's going on over here? Oh, and now Sean Ewan is defending his comment section. Okay, people are upset they can't talk boxing without being attacked. Okay, yeah, these type of people that leave me those type of comments, they're upset that they just can't talk boxing. Okay, you know, for some strange reason, I just talk. You know, we were just talking boxing before you came on here. Like for some reason, we don't have a problem doing that. Okay, but there's people out there that they just can't talk boxing. They're just getting attacked all the time. All right, sure. All right, what other questions you guys got? Jesus Christ. It looks like the Ortiz fight is going to happen, guys. So the Ortiz fight is going to happen. I'm about to shut it down, guys. I'm about to shut the shit down. So Creed 2, Fox. Oh, by the way, yeah. I can't believe I haven't even made a video about that. That Ivan Drago's coming back. What the fuck's that about? Like Ivan Drago coming back. Like what's that about? All right, Sean. Let's do this. Goodbye. All right. So now, with that said, with that said, now here's my thing. Okay. At the end of the day, okay, I asked a very simple question. I didn't get an answer. Right? You try to make it about somebody else and this, that, and the third. You know, for some strange reason, I don't have a problem talking boxing with people. But it's people that they get attacked so much they can help themselves. But you know, put a bunch of like really racist. Like he's going to compare. That's just one of the comments and messages that I get. Okay, I get countless of them every week. He's going to compare that to, you know, to a channel calling people racist when they're acting racist. All right, I mean, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, And then he wants to get involved in, for some strange reason, he has this obsession with getting involved with conversations that black people have with one another, about their community and stuff. Like, dude, like, just lay off of it, bro. I mean, you're telling me to stick with my own and all this and that. Maybe you should take your own advice or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, I heard Drago gonna tie into it. I was hoping they'd take Drago in the story for a third fight or third movie. But what the fuck is Drago? Drago's like 80 years old. Like, what the fuck are they gonna do with Drago? Is Drago gonna fight Creed's son? I mean, is Drago gonna? Maybe they could steal the Ortiz storyline. He'll be like on blood pressure or something. Yeah, they'll do that. Like, he'll be on blood pressure. They'll be like, he popped dirty. Nah, that's his blood pressure. He's an old man. Okay, Drago might be a Creed's new mentor, making up for killing his dad. I think Rocky is gonna die in it like Mickey did in Rocky. Well, what is Drago gonna push him? What's gonna happen? Eh. But why Creed 3? Like I don't know. Can they do it Creed 3? Is there like too many movies already? Is Drago gonna say if he dies again or some shit? Anyway. All right, guys, you got 5 more minutes, so shoot me your questions before I go. Drago will get a redemption story arc. Explain. He's a good person now. He's looking for forgiveness or something like that. Red Fox says that'd be good. Some anger for Adonis to overcome, knowing Drago killed his dad. Like, will Drago train Creed? Maybe, I guess. Clubber Lang, Mr. T. They give Mr. T again, man. He's an old man, Mr. T, but that'll be something. Maybe he could do like a cameo appearance, right, or something. I don't know you would call it a cameo, but maybe they could have Clubber Lang somehow like be in attendance for one of the or something like that, right? Like for one of the fights. Maybe Duke Jr. will train Creed when Rocky dies. All right, that's possible. Is there a Duke Jr.? Like, what? Did I miss something? All right, Matt KG12. Peace out. I got like 3 more minutes, guys. Shoot your questions. What are you guys' thoughts on Donald Trump and the whole Puerto Rico thing, really quick? What are you guys' thoughts on that? Drago gonna take credit for retiring Rocky. Ha ha! Oh shit. Yeah. He'll take credit for giving him cancer and all that. Red Fox, because it's I'm assuming Mr. Doc's throwing a shot at Kovalev, but Red Fox, because it was shown in the first movie that Duke Jr. didn't want him fighting pro, but in the second he couldn't take up the role to help Creed beat Drago's son. Red Fox, yeah, D-Style, the one Creed called Little Duke who trained Ward's character. Good. Okay. All right, fair enough. DBC, I thought I could dislike the guy. The guy more, well. Boxing fan, Trump playing golf. He shouldn't be talking shit. Well, he's out there playing golf. Says sad. And I never watched that movie. Said Ruben Santana. I'm assuming he's talking about Creed. I don't know if I want to be. If what are they going to do with Drago? I don't know what they're going to do. Like um it's hard to go the route of the guy that feels bad that he killed a man in the ring because of how iconic on the whole he was such an antagonist, right? I mean, he was just that's what made Rocky 4 that he killed Apollo and he had no remorse, you know. He almost enjoyed it and to show his superiority and all that. Like if he dies, he dies. So if even if it's a great movie and everything, if they get Drago and he's this remorseful character who's looking for redemption and forgiveness and this that, like I don't know, like it like I don't know if I like that. I just in a real life would that be good? Okay, but this is a movie, all right. Ruben Santana, I've never watched that movie. Says, in a What Up D-Style by DStyleBoxing 206. What up? Red Fox, Drago did go to prison after the Rocky fight. I recall. I think you misspoke there. Mr. Doc, Drago didn't get paid for the Rocky fight. LOL. Stupidest shit ever. No money. He fought for no money. Dumb shit. That was stupid. Okay. Maybe he's gonna pay Rocky all that money, man. They should have paid him or something. Right? Give Rocky his money, man. Oh hell no. Never let your exes follow you on Facebook. Ever. Never allow it. Okay. Friendship requests not accepted. Anyway, um, let's see. I said 5 more minutes, but I'm liking this Rocket Talk. Well, they're gonna clean out the division. We'll see. He's got to get to Joshua. Plenty of 10-5 rounds in that Drago fight. Drago didn't get paid for the. Oh, Drago didn't get paid. He didn't. Nobody got paid. Rocky didn't get paid. Drago didn't. Who made all that money? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? But it'll be interesting, man, to see what they do with Drago. Dolph Lundgren. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Um, I would prefer him to be a trainer for like a young Russian or something like that. It could be Shabransky, like he'd be Shabransky's trainer and or something like that. No, like literally clean out of drug cheats. He's gonna, yeah. Bring back Clubber. Axe Battler. To have a new Drago like young bad guy, Drago be Creed's new mentor trainer to teach him how to beat Eastern European style, like Apollo and Rocky 3. You must break him. Oh man. I'll never forget the like over the top, man. Like Drago's quote unquote training camp was like a freaking lab. That shit was over the top, man. Holy shit. Shabragan's trainer for his loser leaves town mattresses. I could see that alienating Creed from his mom. You see, that makes a good movie. You know what I mean? But I don't want Drago to be a good guy. Like I don't. In fact, I'd rather him not even be in the movie. It's like he was an antagonist in Rocky 4. Let it be, and that's it. Watching her son under the guy who murdered her husband. Well, murder, I believe, is a strong word. He did kill her husband, but I don't think he murdered him. Um, but point taken, I mean, nonetheless. Bring back Thunder Lips. You know, that's funny, man. They could bring back all these dudes. Like Thunder Lips and Mr. T and, you know, obviously Clubber Lang. What the fuck? Rio Ferdinand, the footballer, said he's pursuing a career as a professional boxer. Really? Who's that dude? I don't even know who that dude is. Red Fox, I think it makes sense for Drago to come into the picture to put a theme of revenge in. But is young Creed gonna fight Drago? That's the part I don't get, man. I don't know. Or Creed fight a wrestler in the movie himself and rock his advice for publicity. That might have Creed fighting Lesnar in the movie. You know what? That's actually a good idea, man. That's actually an excellent idea. Or have him fight like in the octagon or something, you know, like or something like that. Maybe Drago's son. Who would play Drago's son? So we got Chabransky, we got no, in all seriousness, I mean I don't know what I mean it's I'm sure there's actors out there. So he's gonna be a good guy or a bad guy? See, I don't know. Lomachenko. Yeah, Lomachenko's a little too little for the light heavyweight division, which is where I believe Creed fights. I'll tell you, Shabransky's that dude. Fox is right. All right, guys, I'm getting tired. It's been great talking. All right. So to recap, I don't think we should see a rematch with McGregor and Mayweather. It looks like Ortiz will be fighting Wilder unless the WBC says no, but hopefully the fight happens. So after Wilder's going to stretch him, right? And apparently, if you're Mexican, you could only watch, 147 and below. Okay, that's what we learned today. And I'm being sarcastic about the last one. All right, I'll take the next 3 questions and then I'm out. Next 3 questions, then I'm out. Make them count. Canelo would send McGregor to the hospital. All right. But we'll count that as a question. 2 more. Shining a bum, yes or no? I believe so, yeah. Canelo versus GGG2. Who wins? Triple G versus Canelo. I got Canelo. I think Canelo pulls it off. I think he stops him this time. Later on stoppage. All right, guys. There you go. I'll take one more here. Who has the most potential for improvement? Gennady Golovkin or Canelo? Canelo. A lot younger, and that in itself speaks volumes. All right? I'm out, guys. Peace.